Ed, you're on. And I just want to just quick about Ed. I had the opportunity to meet Ed. Is a beautiful, beautiful healer. What his work is so subtle and empowering, and I love who he is, and I love what he does. So, in time, because he's from LA, you really want to enjoy his work.
Thank you, David. Well, as David said, my name is Ed Spina. I'm a self-described author, speaker, and mystic. But I came at that not from any spiritual background. I wasn't born awakened. I didn't have ascended masters teaching me. I was more of a mathematical kid, a mathematician, scientist, very logical. I studied mathematics in college, wrote software, went to business school, became a venture capitalist. And even that wasn't fast-paced enough for me, so I decided I needed to become an entrepreneur, because my goal at that point was to be the next Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. And then an event happened where I had a complete past life recall, and I realized the world was not as I thought it was. And so I began studying earnestly the spiritual laws that govern the universe. And that's when I finally had my first mentor, who took me under her wing, opened me up, and by the time we were done, in a short few months, all our conversations were telepathic. And I realized that the world, again, was even more strange than what I'd been led to believe. So I'm coming at this whole ascension topic from a more scientific viewpoint, even though I'm very spiritually oriented and a self-described mystic who's looking for the ultimate, union with the ultimate reality. So I've studied up on this ascension and that, and what I discovered is that everyone has different ideas as what it means. Everyone has different dates as to when it's going to happen. And as my fellow panelists, David and David, both said, the whole key here is living with uncertainty. I mean, some people point to the Mayans' calendar and say December 21st, 2012, this is it. You're going to flip a light switch and things are going to be different. And, I don't see that as my mathematical, logical mind. Other highly acclaimed Mayan scholars, they'll say, no, this happened in October, it already happened. Some people say it's been 2010 is when it happened. So there's no consensus on exactly when it happens. We do know, though, that something's happening. We look around, we see the institutions and beliefs that we've been living with for the last few centuries are all dissolving, and all the institutions that we came to rely on no longer are going to be there to support us, or, well, if they ever were there to support us. Everything is in flux. We know things are changing. So I'm looking at ascension as an aspect of spiritual evolution. It's the nature of our universe to evolve from a less evolved structure to a more evolved. Minerals move up the food chain to plants, to animals, to humans, and we're entering the phase now where humans can evolve beyond what what is thought of as a human can be, where people are practicing these advanced mystic skills that the ascended masters and that the true avatars on our planet have demonstrated. Telepathy, remote viewing, astral projection, and basically all governed by the a loving nature and compassion and brotherhood of man. So that's what I see as where we're moving here. This whole ascension process is one aspect of that evolution, and in mystical terms, everything happens in cycles, everything happens in waves, and we happen to be on one of those waves. I can't predict, or I don't think anyone can predict accurately when is that wave going to break or peak. All we know is that it's happening. Things are changing now. We have to live with uncertainty, and our goal is to continue the spiritual evolution. Now, if I can divert a little bit into our esoteric anatomy, I'll try to describe what we can do about that, how we can best prepare for that. And pretty much every spiritual teaching and every religion has stated that you're more than your body. We have bodies, but more specifically, we have not just physical bodies, we have emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. At the apex of our existence, of our being, is the I Am Presence, the Master Within, Inner Light, Divine Spark, by whatever name you want to give it. That's who we truly are. And in the mystic world, all is one. That Divine Spark would be a single point of awareness in that oneness. So that's the overall picture. We are one of those single points of awareness. But we're also living on Earth here. We've incarnated here. We've chosen to incarnate. And so the point is, how do we get that single point of awareness to come through in our everyday actions to make this ascension process as painless as possible? And in my view, or the way the body has been set up, is that we have energy centers. In the East, we talk about the 7 chakras. In the West, we talk about energy centers, which are the actual glands or organs that animate our body. So it makes sense if the way the I Am presence communicates with our mind and our body, the most obvious thing to do would be to keep those energy centers clear so we get the best possible signal. So our intuition is heard readily, and we do the right thing at the right time in this time of uncertainty. And so that's what I do. That's what David had referred to. When he calls me a healer, I don't necessarily call myself a healer, but I'm very good with working with energy, and clearing out those energy centers is something I do very quickly and easily. And in addition, as I mentioned, we have these higher vibrational bodies, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And from the law of attraction, we know that whatever we're feeling or whatever we're thinking, we're going to attract more thoughts of similar vibration. And those thoughts of similar vibration may not even be your thoughts, and they may not be thoughts that you want or want to be bogged down with as we move in this time of uncertainty, and to be able to do the right thing at the right time. So by flushing those bodies with higher vibrational energy, we're better able to receive the I Am messages and better prepared to do whatever we need to do on Earth to make this transition as painless as possible. So,